Yo, what up, player? Namastizzle, peace, love, happiness. So one of the things I've started doing in the morning now is like I do these inversion poses, these like yoga poses where I'm using the wall to help. Because usually when I wake up, I'm pretty stiff and tight, especially my low back. I have this thing on my left side. It's called piriformis syndrome, and it's basically like it's not sciatica, because sciatica runs up and down the entire nerve, but it stems from like one, inflamed area in your piriformis, and that then aggravates, like, because of that, like my quad, my glute, my hamstrings, my groin, some parts of my calves, they're all like super tight. It's almost like my entire left side was like shut down for a while. It's just my homies at Stretch Labs helped me out, so that's why we're working on it. It's improving. And this is me, really focusing on the left side because I feel it, So again, I started like legs up against the wall. Then I kind of put my knees to the side, and here, like, I'm really stretching into my, low back, my glutes, I feel a little bit in my hamstrings. But, when you wake up, stiff and tight as I do, like, this stuff is so therapeutic. I mean, it's so calming. It's good for the central nervous system, deep breathing. Just make sure you focus on deep breaths while you're doing this. And, they say, like, legs up against the wall, like, that's your home base. Like, every time you come to that, they say, like, legs up against the wall, like, 15 minutes, like, the equivalent of, like, a good, like, 2-hour nap sometimes, right? It just could be so calming and so rehabilitative. So I would definitely recommend that. Now, here, I'm really working on that inner quad, right? Like, I'm so tight on that left side, so like this is the kind of stuff that really opens me up in the morning, and that's why I'm focused on it. And it's low impact, so I would definitely think through, like, these things are great after workouts too, like legs up the wall, stretching, Now this side, because of that piriformis syndrome, on the left side is super tight, so I'm going really, notice I'm not going as far on the right side with my leg straight there, right? To the side. Like, I'm bending my knee, and it's okay at this stage in my life. Like, dude, when I go to yoga class, I use a ton of yoga blocks. Like, I probably go to class with like 3 fucking yoga blocks and some straps. Like, I use like legs up the wall because not only is it great for your circulation and relieving your low back tension, but like it boosts recovery. Like I said, like, this stuff is great, like, after you work out, long walks, weightlifting, if you go for runs. Like, I highly recommend doing legs up against the wall. It's been used for centuries in yoga, man. It's dope stuff. And it even helps you sleep better if you do it at night. At least it has for me. And it's gently stretching your hamstrings and low back. And like here, I get into frog pose. And frog pose, like, for me, is so therapeutic, right? Because I'm getting I got very tight, like, hamstrings. So for me, this stuff's incredible. And a lot of this stuff, again, is just so, like, it's preparing me for walking for the day, right? Like, I want to walk with less pain. Like, I'm just at the point now where I feel like I'm operating, like, 60 to 70% physically, Like, I ain't at 100. I don't even know if I'll ever get to 100, to be honest with you. But, look, if I can get up to like 80% of my physical capacity, dude, that 20% jump's going to be ridiculous, bro. You know what I'm saying? This shit's going to be ridiculous. So, I spend a lot of time in frog pose, as you can see, and a lot of it's just because of the deep groin, hip, and hamstring opening, And for all you weight folks out there, if you do squats and stuff, like, that stuff's going to help you. Now I'm getting into figure 4, right? Because I got to keep continuing to focus on that glute. Now, this side is tight, right? So you see I use my left hand for even more support, kind of push it in a little deeper. But, it's it's just taking time because this is like the morning, right? This is like, I usually do this around 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning before I get going. So I'm just like trying to loosen up the body so I could like, walk without pain. And this stuff, look, it will help prevent like sciatica. It is good for you, but I'm just doing it just so I feel better. Like, I don't know how people don't even fucking stretch. Like, I hear people don't stretch at all. Like, I don't even know how your body operates. Like, I spend a ton of time. I spend at least 30 to 45 minutes in the morning stretching, at least. And this is part of it, Look, some days I'll spend up to 75 minutes, an hour if I have the time, Sometimes I don't have the time, but I'm at least giving myself 30 to 45 minutes for some deep stretching. I use the wall now, just because it's a real easy way to like be therapeutic with your body, And by adding these figure fours, like I said, I'm getting deeper into the glutes and releasing the tension and tightness from walking and standing all day long. Which, let's face facts, if you're human, you're going to be walking and standing all day long. So this stuff, and now I go a little deeper. You'll start learning how to manipulate some of these stretches too to really target some of your troubled areas. Like here, like I'm getting a little like pressure using the right ankle and kind of like wedging into my left side and deepening like that. Now getting in some of that IT band and some of that glute area with like that arthritis / inflammation acts up. Then I do it on my right side too. I mean, that's the thing, because I've got this piriformis syndrome on the left side, and shout out to my homegirl Meg at Stretch Labs who discovered that. Much love, appreciation to her, and the entire team there is incredible. Stretch Labs Mount Kisco if you've never been there. Here I'm finishing up with a groin stretch. But yeah, like I highly suggest doing stuff like this. Like, again, like it's low impact. It's not like you got to worry about like to get moving, like running like 7 miles. Like you're not taxing your body. You're just stretching. And again, like to revert back to what I was saying before I gave my friend a shout out. Like, I don't know how people don't stretch. Like I know that some people wake up and they're like, yo, man, my body's banged up. And I'm like, well, do you stretch? They're like, no. I'm like, how the fuck do you move? Like, I don't even know how you move. Like, I can't, like I said, like, I spend 30 to 45 minutes, but if I'm in a rush, I at least have to get 20, 30 minutes. Like, I can't just, like, not stretch and walk out the door and operate. And then to finish up, so power to you if you can. That's amazing, because I can't. Finish up with some cat-cows here. This thing is beyond one of the best stretches of all time. Like, I know there's a different stretch. I don't know if it's just the people at Equinox call it the greatest stretch ever, if that's what it's really called. I think cat-cow is the greatest stretch ever. This thing is fucking amazing, dude. So good for your back. Oh my God, dude. I'm gonna talk about therapeutic. Like, just do this fucking 15 times a day, you'll feel better. And then this morning when I shot this video, it was super tight, right? So I don't know what this stretch is called, but I do it. My yogi friends here, I'll tag Rebecca. She'll be like, it's this, and this. I'll be like, yeah, that's what's up. Sometimes it's good to have friends in high places, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Rebecca Gracio will tell us what this is, what the call is, but it's amazing for my low back. And then, I just kind of finish up with a downward dog, to be honest with you. And that's pretty much how I get my day going. I feel like at this stage, like, working on my calves and, just making sure, like, you could tell I spent a lot of time really focused in on my low back and my glutes, my hamstrings, all lower body. I probably do neglect my upper body, but, right now it's just like making sure I stay pain-free. Try it.